The following story is just one example of the research and recovery going on at the Manitoba Institute of Child Health. It's also an example of the growing need for research and treatment of pediatric disease. Right now, the Be My Hero Capital campaign is working to double its capacity for pediatric research and enhance its ability to field clinical research trials. That means more Manitoba-made solutions that impact our children here and all over the world. Everyday doctors and researchers right here in Winnipeg are easing suffering, saving lives, and searching for a cure. To the children they help, they are heroes. You can be a hero too. For more information, go to www.bemyhero.ca.
We're interested in knowing whether the kids have had eczema or other rashes, and how's she been?
This one hasn't had any.
This is Haley's first time meeting Dr. Becker. As one of the scientists behind the Canadian Healthy Infant Longitudinal Development Study, or CHILD study, he will see hundreds of others. Many will have allergies and chronic diseases like asthma, in fact, many more than just a few decades ago.
So all of that is really important.
Our genes haven't changed over the last 30 or 40 years, so it's up to Becker and his team of environmental researchers to figure out what is changing the way our genes work.
The environment is really a huge concept, and we know that the environment is likely what's modifying how our genes work. And those environmental influences are what either turn down, turn off, or turn up and turn on our genes to work or not to work.
Haley's role in the study started before she was even born, with scores of medical tests on her parents and a volume of questionnaires on everything from family history to nutrition to stress.
Go away, go away! You rubbed my nose! We just don't understand what it is about the environment. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the stress we're under, the chemicals we're exposed to, the organisms that cohabit our body. I mean, we carry organisms around with us in our nose, our throat, our gut, and they're actually quite different in our gut than they are in the gut of individuals living in low and middle income countries, and how much that contributes to all of this we don't know, which is why we're collecting poop.
Now let's get her diaper off and some of her clothes off, and then we'll weigh and measure her.
It's a little strange, but it's okay because it's for a good cause, so we don't mind.
Hi. Hi.
Abigail is 3 months, which means it's time for her first extensive home visit.
Oh, sneeze. One more. One more.
Researchers are gathering urine and stool samples, inspecting furnaces and collecting dust. It may seem intrusive to some, but in this case, that's been overruled by curiosity.
There seems to be a lot more kids with asthma and allergies around, like my nieces and nephews in their class. There seems to be a lot of allergies and asthma, so I thought it'd be interesting to see what we could do to help to learn from the choices we make and the environment that we're in, how to improve that going forward for other kids in the future.
Amy and her husband don't have allergies, but they're right to be concerned. The number of people with asthma in Canada has dramatically increased over the past 20 years. Today, over 3 million Canadians have it, and it's the most common chronic disease causing kids to miss school.
If it's plastics, if it's living more near cars, there's more cars, what types of things we use in detergents, who knows, it could be anything, so it's interesting.
Probably the most common chemical around these days are those alcohol hand cleaners that you see everywhere. Is it good to be that clean? We don't think so. And one of the major hypotheses, the major thoughts as to why this is happening, and I want to get out of here, I want to get out of here now, is that our environment may be too clean, and we may not be getting kids exposed to these germs early in life, which is something that helps to educate their immune system.
Abigail will provide researchers with valuable information from birth to the age of 5. Few studies have gathered this kind of information before.
Our goal is to be able to say, We now know what the shape of the spelling of your genes really is, because we can do that relatively quickly and relatively inexpensively these days. Now we need to find out what are the environmental factors that shift how those genes are punctuated. And you can think of the environment as influencing the punctuation in the spelling of the letters of your genetic code.
Dr. Becker is one of the study's lead investigators. By the end, nearly a fifth of the study's participants will be from Winnipeg, providing Manitoba-made research that will help children around the world. For Shaw TV, I'm Kim Kasher.